Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be upcycling this mermaid skirt into a two-piece. Yes, a mini pencil skirt and a sleeveless circle top. Yeah, I've had this skirt for like 6 years. Okay, prior this, I ironed the skirt so that it lays properly when I went to cut. So I turned it into the wrong side and then I detached the flay part from the whole skirt because I'll be using that part to make the circle top. So I had to do it very carefully. Next is to lay the detached circle part properly on the cutting table so it will be easier to measure and cut and there will be no rumple. And this way we already have two pieces, that's the two layer, the front and the back piece. So I'm going to fold that into two, and then the folded edge, which is the closed end, it's going to be my center front and center back. So we have four layers this way, and then I'm going to be taking my measurement. All right, so because the top is going to be like an half off shoulder, rather like an off shoulder, so my measurement won't be starting from one. So the top is going to be like -4, like it's going to be on my chest line. So like I'm taking 4, I deduct 4 from my um full blouse length. I deducted 4, so I'll be starting my measurement from 4. All right, so I'm going to take my tape measure now and measure my back, and I'm assuming that I'm taking this measurement from 4. So now my back measurement is 15. I divided it by 2 and I measured 7.5 horizontally. As you can see, I measured 7.5 horizontally. And then I already said I'm taking that measurement from 4 inches. So it's not from 1. So now I'm just checking that it's 7.5. Okay, so next thing is to measure my armhole, my armhole measurement. So my armhole, I'm starting from 4 and then taking it all the way down. My armhole is 16. I divided that by 2 to make 8. So that means the horizontal line I would draw will be 4 inches. Remember, I deducted 4 from the upper part already. So that's 4 inches. And then I make sure that the armhole line is parallel to the folded edge. So I confirmed if that's 7.5 as well, and then I curved it in. And then the next thing is to take my bust measurement. My bust is 36, so divided by 4. I divided my bust by 4. Remember, the back I divided by 2, but the bust I divided by 4, and then I added 1. So 9 plus 1, that's 10. That 36 divided by 4, 9, then plus 1, 10. The 1 is for the hemming allowance, so I measured that on the bust point rather. And then next is to take my circle length. The length is, you can see I measured from 4 down to 23. I already added the hemming allowance, so I'm just cross checking and then cutting out. I hope you guys understand this. Don't worry, I'll be making a detailed video later on how to make this properly, not an upcycle. Okay, the next thing is, because it is not going to be on my back, actually it's just like my chest line, so I'm going to deduct 2 inches from my chest line and then curve it into the armhole properly. But funnily, I deducted 1 inch while I was making this video. But guys, if you have something like this, deduct 2 inches from your back measurement and then curve it in. So next thing, I'm just laying it right side to right side. I'm making sure it is aligned, and then I'm pinning it down by the side, and then I would sew by 1 inch allowance all the way down. Remember, I added 1 inch to my bust measurement, so I'm going to take that all the way down, and then I will sew it. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and then sew. I'm going to be doing that off camera, guys. I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of off camera sewing because I don't have the right apparatus to show the process of sewing. Okay, so next thing, I already joined it and then I am turning it right side now. The next thing is to take that upper part, which is the chest area, and then I'm going to measure it because I'm going to be using a binding to turn that in. So I'm going to measure that. So for the measurement, I got 13 and a half. So now I'm going to cut two pieces of a 2 inches by 13, 2 inches by 13 long strip, rectangular long strip. As you can see what I'm doing, so you can just measure on the paper and then place it on the remaining fabric and cut out. So I'm just cutting that out. So that's 2 inches by 13. I cut it on fold, then I divided it into two to make 13 by 2 inches. Okay, so the next thing is to fold it in half, as you can see, and then iron it flat, and then there's going to be a crease line at the middle. So we are just trying to determine the middle point. So take your time, iron it flat the way I'm doing it. And then the next thing is, after ironing it flat, and then we know the center point, and then we take the other half, each like half of the fabric. No, this way now we have two halves. So there is one half, and then there's the other half, and then we have the center line. Then I fold one half again into two towards the center line, and then I iron that properly again. And then I do the same to the other parts, and then I fold it in half again. And then I would now fold both halves into two. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but just follow what I'm doing as I'm just doing it in the video. Okay, I'm doing the next side, as you can see, into half again. Take my time, iron it. Guys, don't mind my iron, it's looking funny, right? But take your time, iron it, and then just press it properly. Make sure it is laying flat. Apply pressure if it is necessary. If you have a steam iron, perfect. This is not a steam iron, it's a dry iron, but it's also supposed to do the job though. And then you see I'm folding it into two again. You see that center line we made in the beginning, so it's going to be our guide now to fold it into two again. And this way we have a binding. If you don't have this, you can actually use a bias to turn it in, but this is better because it just makes it gives it this ready-made feel, you know. It's not separate strap from it. Just look, oh, I like it. I don't know if you decide to use any other form of binding, it will look nice though. So just try that. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure it is properly done, and then I do the same to the second piece. Remember, I cut two pieces out for the front and for the back, so I do the same thing for the front and the back. I already did that. You can see that's two pieces, and then two long strips rather. And then now it's time to bind the chest area and the back area. Okay, so I open it up, and then I then find a way to fit in that rough edge, the edge of the chest area. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm just putting it inside the casing, so just fit it in properly and use pin to hold it in place so I can stitch it down. So that's what I'm just doing, and then I'll do the same thing for the back as well, and then I would sew it. Okay, so for the armhole plus the sleeve, I'm going to take the measurement of the armhole round. So the armhole round measurement when I took it was 10, and then remember we took 4 inches away from the shoulder measurement, from the shoulder to the chest area, 4 inches away. So then 4 inches for the front as well for the back, that's 8 inches. That means I will add 8 inches to the 10 inches for the armhole, and then I'll cut a strip of 18 inches. But instead of cutting a strip of 18 inches, I'll cut 19 inches, so that for the hemming and everything it will end up at 18 inches by the time I am through. So I cut 1 inch extra. You can cut half inch extra because 1 inch might be too much. It's just to fold it in properly. So I'm just showing you again. Take the measurement. Remember that we took 4 away, and that's what I'm doing. That's 8 inches. If you fold it into two, that will be the sleeve. So the sleeve is 8 inches. Then the armhole measurement, because we need to bind that armhole part. So I'll create a binding for that, and the binding will extend to the sleeve as well. So the same way I created the binding for the neck area and the back area, the same way, is it the neck rather? I mean the chest area. So the same way I'll create the binding for the armhole and the sleeve, and then I'll hem the lower part, the bottom. Yes, I'll hem the bottom of the dress the way I'm doing. And you can also create a binding for it if you have enough fabric left. But I did not have enough fabric, so, and I didn't want to go through the stress rather. I didn't create a binding for it. Okay, so now I already made the binding for the armhole. So as you can see, I'm just fitting it in like that. So from one end to the other, the end where you start from would be your back, but it doesn't mean it can also be your front. It's the same measurement, it does not matter. But just because you'll be finishing at that end you're starting from, that's why I said it's going to be your back. So just keep putting it in like that. and fit it around carefully. When you get to where the joining is at the armhole, the front and the back, you can cut it slightly so that you can fit it properly in. And then now that you have gotten to the tip, as you can see what I am doing, I am trying to um now that I've gotten to the tip, I'm trying to put it in properly. I just fold it in a little bit. The remaining part I fold it in a little bit, and then I added it. Yes, I attached it to the start point. You can see that that's where we started from. So the remaining tip that makes the sleeve of the, is it the sleeve, rather the strap, rather, that makes the strap of the circle top, is what I just folded it in a little bit, like it's not even up to half an inch. Just fold it in a little bit so that the rough edges would not be showing. It's an African print and it's frizz. So now I attached it back to that start point, and as you can see, it is ready. I'll just stitch it all around that way close. Just stitch it, just trace it, start from that joining area and then stitch it all around back to the joining area. As you can see, the strap is 4 inches on the front and as well at the back. That's 8 inches in total. And then I'll do the same thing for the other side. Take the measurement. I already made the strap. As you can see, the strap on the other side, I already made the strap. So I would attach the strap as well, and we'll go to the sewing machine and we sew it down. And our circle top is ready, like no more. I'm just showing you guys again. Turn it in that way. You see, turn it in a little bit and then back to that start point, and then fold it back and pin it down so that you can sew it smoothly. Please use the pin so that you can sew it down smoothly. As you can see what I am doing, and then I already hemmed the down part. Okay, now it is ready. I already attached the straps and everything is ready. Now the skirts. Okay, so all I just did to the skirts is I turned it to the wrong side, and then from the lower part to the hem, I took 5 inches upward, and then I'm going to be loosening that part opening to make a slit, and then I'm going to back stitch at that 5 inches mark. I'm going to back stitch properly so that it does not open, and then I'll hem the bottom of the skirt. I also took in the skirt a little bit by the side, so I took it in like 1 inch to make it more pencil, because I'm going to be having a slit now, so I want it fitted. So I just took it in a bit, and then I'll hem it. It's just that, as it's just simple. I just did the necessary adjustments, took it in from the hip. I took 1 inch at the hem on both sides. As you can see, 1 inch at the hem on both sides, and then I just sew it down. Okay, so after you have stop stitch, just make something like this so that it does not lose and it's fitted. As you can see, just on the top stitch again. Okay, now let's see. We started from here, and then here we are, guys. It's so beautiful. Can you see? Okay, I did some little look things with the heels. I just love it. It's so comfy. And then throw in a belt, a waist belt. As you can see, it's so nice. You can do whatever you like. Throw in a turtleneck top, a shea baddest. As in, the clothes was just giving me vibes. Guys, don't mind my bonnet. Don't mind my bonnet. I couldn't take it off. I couldn't go tie my hair, wrap my scarf and all of that. And with the jean, it's a banger. Guys, try it out if you have it. Don't worry, I'll make another video of how to make a circle top proper. Sneaks on. It's like it's something you can do casual, and you can do like a corporate casual. It's so nice. Okay, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe. Thank you. I should do so. And to my returning subscribers, God bless you all. I love you so much. Alright, guys, don't forget to like, share my videos with your friends and loved ones, your family, your foes even, and drop a comment in the comment section. Love you. Bye.